The St. Lucia Crisis Center stands solidly behind the Director of Public Prosecution's pronouncement that settlements reached out of court in exchange for rescinding a charge will not be tolerated. President of the SLCC, Juliana Alfred, has made it clear that her organization is concerned about the repercussions of abuse on the vulnerable in our society, especially children.
As organizations that exist to support and to protect the vulnerable, we need to ensure that these vulnerable persons are protected, particularly when we're talking about minors. As adults, as the ones who know better, we have to be the voice for these young people. And that kind of behavior, the Crisis Center does not support it. And we support the DPP saying that the full course of the law will be followed in terms of these cases. People need to understand that in many of these instances, it is so difficult for children to come out and express that they've been abused in one form or another. And so when a child comes out and says that, admits it to an adult, admits it to a parent, we need to ensure that the fullness of the law is adhered. It's only the law that will determine whether an individual is guilty or innocent.
Alfred is adamant that the lifelong effects of sexual abuse is not to be taken lightly. According to Alfred, should a child not ventilate the issue and do the necessary to ensure justice within the legal system, that child can choose to be led down a wayward path that will negatively impact our society. She admits that a lot of sexual abuse cases involve impoverished and broken homes, and the out-of-court payoffs always appear beneficial.
For me, the choice is quite simple, really. We need to be able to ensure that perpetrators of violence, any kind of violence, are dealt with. For a child, as with an adult, going through a cycle of abuse or going through a cycle of violence, the repercussions are so intense. So you're affecting that child's whole life, especially if that child doesn't get any other counseling, any treatment support. So a few years later, you notice behavior patterns, that aggressive behavior patterns. You notice the child becomes promiscuous. You notice early teen pregnancy. You notice gang violence. And you see all these things being exhibited. And when you trace back, it's to that root issue which was probably never dealt with. The child never got an opportunity to speak about who did this act. And so the repercussions are extenuating in terms of not just the child, the family, and the community by extension.
Another agency that is elated with the announcement from the Director of Public Prosecutions is the Upton Gardens Girls Center, which provides protection for young girls at risk. Priska St. Paul, the director, spoke to CTV News about what it now means for the many girls who felt that the law and the system of justice worked in favor of the perpetrators of crimes against children.
Priska St. Paul is the director of the Upton Gardens Girls Center, and she's been there long enough to see too many cases abruptly dropped at the critical time, even during trial. And for the institution, it's been painful to see perpetrators go free to harm again.
Our hands have been tied. We do not know what to do when we are confronted with such situations, but we're happy if legally they will put things in place to ensure that this does not happen, because there are many countries in the world where it is already an offense for something like that to come up.
For the victims, who sometimes have very little say in the decision to withdraw charges, it is justice denied and the system failing to protect those most at risk.
They have always felt that justice is not in their favor. They would like to see things done to people who hurt them, not necessarily to destroy the people, but to make sure that justice is served, in that they can get compensation, they can have access to services that will help them. So
Priska St. Paul believes that the so-called Wanjmann is a lot more prevalent than society believes, and some cases never go past the investigation stage, and there is very little human services or the family court can do.
But we hear of cases where the situation starts before the court and all of a sudden it stops. And you ask the children and they tell you, my mother say, or we're not going to court again, but they are not giving you the information, so you are left to think or you assume that something may have happened.
The victims of those out-of-court arrangements in most cases are not the beneficiaries of those settlements and consequently lose faith in the family members who negotiated.
They've never been happy. One, they don't have access to the monies, they're young, and I've met a couple of them before who've shared with me as they're older that they were expecting to benefit from the arrangements, which is now you're knowing it was an arrangement. And when they reach a certain age and they're asking about it, there's nothing to be given to them. And that's when some of them feel very angry. It destroys their relationship with their family members, but it also makes them lose faith in the justice system even more.
The director of the Upton Gardens Girls Center believes this move by the Director of Public Prosecutions is likely to generate a little bit of public confidence in a justice system that is highly deficient in public trust. Bernard Fanis, CTV News.
We continue with a closer look at the list of nominees for the St. Lucia Business Awards, which was released yesterday. There are some big winners so far in the list of nominees. 3 companies have secured 4 nominations. They are the Windward and Leeward Brewery Limited, First National Bank and St. Lucia Distillers. One company new to the awards has walked away with 3 nominations. It is the Financial Investment and Consultancy Services Limited, FIX. And as expected, these 3 companies are in the running for Business of the Year. They are Windward and Leeward Brewery, First National Bank, and Financial Investment and Consultancy Services Limited, FIX. Calabash TV will continue its look at the awards in subsequent newscasts. Governor General Her Excellency Dame Calliope Perlet Louisi, the patron of St. Lucia's Junior Achievement Program, met with the new board of directors of the program on Wednesday afternoon at Government House. Dame Perlet has for 16 years given her support to the Junior Achievement St. Lucia, JASLU, an initiative of the St. Lucia Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture. Started in 1996, the non-profit organization's mission is to ensure that every child has a fundamental understanding of the free enterprise system. To that end, JASLU has its key project, the Company Program, that challenges secondary school students to create and manage a company of their own, giving them practical experiences that last a lifetime. Over the last 15 years, JASLU has expanded its program to encompass students of all ages and now seeks to teach the value of teamwork, leadership, and economics to all children. The program's highlight is its annual awards ceremony, where students, teachers, and volunteers are rewarded for their participation in JASLU. After only 4 months, Crazy Beautiful Model Agency is determined to take St. Lucia by storm. Though there are quite a few modeling agencies on island, Crazy Beautiful has stood apart from the rest in its latest project. There are just some things you can't go through the year without doing. Some people have a bucket list, but Crazy Beautiful has launched a 12 must for 2012. This calendar magazine is like no other.
Initially, we wanted to create job opportunities for our models, hence the calendar magazine being created. We didn't want to sit around and wait for companies to come to us for our girls to have job opportunities. So we decided the best way to assure that our girls are able to have jobs, especially in 2012, was to create our own magazine, which is our first of 3 projects, our calendar magazine.
Ms. Duval revealed the calendar magazine has a twist to it. There are over $8,000 in fund savings with each magazine. There are deals on everything from ATV adventures to island excursions and beverages. Incorporated into that is the agency's giveaways. Every month, Crazy Beautiful will have a draw for one lucky fan to win whatever is up for grabs that month, including dinners, romantic getaways, and lots of other fun prizes. It's not all about fun and games for Crazy Beautiful.
In September, we're doing a giveaway where we're helping a family with purchasing school books for their kids, $500 for the first family, and then the second $500 is going to be where you, the public, recommend a family who could use the assistance. And with that, we're going to be reading mails. We're asking people to email us and let us know which family you think could use the assistance. And then we call these people, or we call that person, and we say to them, you have just won yourself $500 compliments Crazy Beautiful. So we're not all catwalk. We are trying to give back to our society in a positive way.
There is one other project tied into the calendar magazine for Crazy Beautiful. It's a book club. You can pick up your copy of Crazy Beautiful's 12 Must for 2012 at a Sunshine Bookshop near you, or you can look out for the massive sales drive at the JQ Mall in Rodney Bay this Saturday. For more information, email info@crazybeautifulma.com or check out Crazy Beautiful's Facebook page. Ms. Duval says the most important thing about having this magazine is that it shows that individuals are supporting their local model.